Hello, 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 my lovely islanders. It's Sydney Island. Oh no, hold on. It's Sydney Island, that's island with a Y. Something like that. Yeah, I could do better, but I don't feel the best. Okay. Anyways, let's just jump right into the topic of this video. Hold on, let me lower this jump real quick. Okay. So the topic of this video is about dating in this generation, dating as a millennial. I was born in 1996, so it's pretty much for the 90s babies, you know what I'm saying? It's pretty much for those born in the 90s, pretty much. Those born in the 90s and in the 2000s, the new babies, but more so those born in the 90s because we come from less technology, and we're growing up into technology, whereas the newer generation, the younger ones, were born into technology. How if you remember, the internet being connected to the phone and you couldn't get on the computer when somebody else was on the phone because they were connected. It's different. We were more into playing outside and watching Disney movies rather than playing games on a tablet and being on a cell phone and being on the internet. Being on the internet was we did it occasionally, but it wasn't something that we did all the time like the newer generation. But anyways, I just want to talk about dating as a millennial and how much it can just be trash, how much it can be stressful, how it can be annoying, how you just feel like you just want to give up and never try again. How you feel like you just would rather date older men, you rather date men who were born in like the 80s and the 70s, because the men in your generation, well, not men, but boys, the boys in your generation, they just don't know what they want. And when they do know what they want, it's usually that they want sex. Or if they come across a girl who is very intelligent and friendly and kind and nurturing and all the things a real man would want in a woman, they come across a girl like that, but then all they want from her is sex, and then they discard her. Or they see potential in her and they want more from her, but they don't know how to go about getting it, so they turn to sex to get it from her. I've come across this a lot with guys. Like they like me, but they don't know how to approach me, or they don't know how to get me in their life. You know what I'm saying? And so they lose me. I cut them off because I'm not a sex object. And my issue with dating in this generation is that a lot of guys treat women like we're just bodies to ejaculate into, rather than human beings with intellect and intelligence and ambitions and goals in life. Like our sole purpose on this planet should just be to get them off. And they act like it's all about their penis. It's all about their sexual satisfaction. It doesn't matter if we're uncomfortable. It doesn't matter if, the way that they go about their horniness traumatizes us. That's just one thing I don't understand about rape. And, I know this is a sensitive topic for some people. I'm not going to go really deep into it, but I just want to express my confusion surrounding that. How a man can violate a woman sexually, how can he feel that his penis is more important than a girl's sanity? Because rape traumatizes girls. It causes them to have post-traumatic stress disorder, and it causes some girls to go as far as to commit suicide, and it causes them to have chronic anxiety all the time and feeling unsafe, and it makes them feel like that it's hard for them to come back from it, and it makes them feel like they can't be better afterwards, which is not true. You definitely can overcome sexual assault and stuff like that, because I too have been in situations where I was uh, sexually violated and touched in a way that I didn't want to be touched, and I felt claustrophobic and I felt cornered by some guys, and I have overcome those. Every now and then I get sad about it or uncomfortable about it, but for the most part, it has made me stronger. And so I personally feel that you can overcome it. It depends on the situation. Some girls find it harder to get over depending on how that whole situation went down, and it also depends on their personality. But I just don't understand how a man can just violate a woman and, you know, just get into her sexual space and treat her like her body is his. I don't understand how a man could do that. I don't understand how a human being could just completely dismiss a whole nother human being's rights, their human rights, just for a quick fix. I just don't get it. Why do you think that the horniness or your need to get off, why do you think that that is more important than a girl's mental stability for the rest of her life? Because this stuff affects women for the rest of her life. Why do you think that your need to get off in that moment is somehow 10 times more important than a girl's safety and comfort? Why? You're trash. And there's a special place in hell for men like that. There's a special place in hell for men who prey on women, who are small and insecure and innocent. There is a special place in hell. Special place in hell for men like that. I don't understand it. And in this generation, aside from sexual assault, we're going to get off that topic, back to dating. I don't understand how guys, when you go on dates with them, they turn things into something sexual. And you go on one date with them and then they expect that you're supposed to have sex with them. The girls who just sleep on the first date, they put the idea in guys' minds that all girls are like that, and that there's a lot of girls out there like that. And honestly, there is a lot of girls out there like that, but it's stupid to assume that all girls are like that, and that just because there's some girls out there that don't respect their bodies, that you don't have to respect all women's bodies. You know what I'm saying? That's them. And a real man respects any woman, despite whether she respects herself. Of course, it makes it easier to respect a woman when she respects herself. But if you're a real man, you're not going to be like, oh, since she doesn't respect herself, I guess I'm just going to disrespect her. Like, that's not cool. Because she disrespects herself because she has low self-esteem. And she needs somebody to make her see herself as valuable. It's not because she's literally not worth anything. It's just because she doesn't see herself that way, because that was something that was missing in her childhood, or something that was missing in her life. And so for me, it's really just aggravating when you go on a date with a guy and you hang out and then he texts you. This has happened to me recently with a guy that I went on a date with. We met on a dating app, and that's why I deleted dating apps. I use a dating app and then I don't. I use it and I don't. And I hadn't been on dating apps for months, like months. And then I decided to put it back on, and then bullshit like this happens when you go on a date with a guy and then afterwards he texts you and he's like, I'm trying to hang out. Like, let me tell you what went down. Let me pull out the text messages. Let me pull out the receipts, honey. Oh wait, I deleted his number, but I didn't delete the conversation. So let's see, it's somewhere in here. And he randomly texted me, yo, what's up? And I said, nothing much, just working on YouTube as usual, lol. You? And he said, finna work on my script, because you know, these mother Tennessee, they so country. I'm sorry, I'm from Maryland, so that whole finna fixing thing is like, what is that? He said, finna work on my script, which pretty much means I'm going to work on my script, for those who don't really understand. He said, and I said, you plan on turning it into a short film or something one day? Well, we're gonna skip over that. Then he said, what you trying to do? And I said, I don't know. I said I was just wine sipping and whatnot. You at home with your family? And like, I can see the problem here. Like, I shouldn't have told him that I was wine sipping, because guys, they have this thing like, men who are dogs but not actual men, they're actual just crusty canines. They when a woman is intoxicated, they think it's an opportunity to take advantage of her. So I shouldn't have said that I was wine sipping, because I guess it gave me an idea like, oh, she wine sipping, she gonna be tipsy. Oh, I hate this about men. I'm sorry. I hate that so many guys are okay with taking advantage of a girl while she's intoxicated. They think that just because she's loose or whatever, that means that they should just move in on her body. And you do realize that when a woman is intoxicated, she's not in her right mind. Her judgment is a little bit screwed up. So she's not really giving you consent. And I feel like that if a woman didn't give you consent in her right mind, in her sober mind, then she really didn't give you consent. Her saying yes while she's drunk is not real consent. You're an asshole if you think that it is. Okay? He said, nah, I'm trying to do something with you right now. And you know how he would do is like, some with you, S-O-M-E, instead of something. I'm trying to do some with you right now. And I said, oh, okay, like what? He said, you know, trying to link with you. And then I said, okay, where do you want to go? And he said, I don't know. Would you... I can't read all of a sudden. I know it's Mercury retrograde. He said, I don't know. What you want to... Oh, this is the part I forgot. Reading, I'm like, oh, so that's the part. This is the part that really gets on my nerves. He said, I don't know. What, you want to get a hotel? I don't know. No, there's no question mark. Anyways, he was like, I don't know. What, you want to get a hotel? And I said, yo, I'm a dork. I said, whoa, buddy, LOL. I'm not trying to have sex anytime soon if that's what you had in mind. And then he said, buddy, question mark, and yeah. I literally just said, I'm not trying to have sex with you. Literally, I hate that when you tell a guy that you don't want to have sex and then they literally just jump over that, like they act like they didn't hear it or it just didn't exist. Like, that's the thing that gets on my nerves about men, is that they intentionally act like you didn't say something just so they can get what they want from you. And that's just so annoying. Like, I'm not trying to bash men in this video and act like all men are trash, because I have a great guy friend. Like, no, my father wasn't in my life. He was, I didn't grow up with a father figure, so I guess my relationship with men in the beginning was a little bit like, I guess I didn't really feel like men really did much for me in my life. Um, but now I have a great guy friend, so I don't really see all men as like, you know what I'm saying. I've met some pretty cool guys in my life, but I literally, he said, and yeah, like, and yeah, I'm trying to have sex with you, but like, what's the point of saying yeah when I just said that I don't want to have sex with you? I literally said, I'm not trying to have sex anytime soon if that's what you had in mind. And it's so stupid. We only went on one date, y'all. One date. One date. And then a few days later, he texted me, I'm trying to link with you. I hate that term, trying to link with you. What does that even mean? I'm old school. So I said, well, that's not gonna happen anytime soon. Gotta get to know a guy before all that. I'm not like these other girls out here. And he said, yeah, I hear, LOL. So I supposed to wait when you already want it. I can't stand typos. Like, I can't stand when dudes be typing like they stupid. Like, you know how to speak English. Type in English. LOL, so I supposed to wait. So I'm supposed to wait? Yes, little nerd Sydney, correction police coming up in here. I'm correcting this whole thing. And the whole thing is stupid. Don't even make no sense. Not even correct English. And then I said, pretty much, I can't enjoy sex if I don't know you. Gotta get warmed up to you. And he said, oh, okay, it's cool. And like, this isn't the worst of like what a guy can do as far as asking you to have sex. Like, I'm glad that he just left, like he just went away instead of trying to press the issue and trying to force me to have sex with him, because I've known guys who did that and it was just really annoying. And like, but then they really got on my nerves about this guy was he, before, like, we was about to go on a date, and he literally sent me a text message saying, you want some vodka, like, do you drink, do you want to drink, when you get in the car with me? And I'm like, and then I sent him a text message. I'm like, I don't know what you're trying to do, but I don't be drinking like that on the first date. Like, my immediate reaction was date rape. So I sent that to him, and I'm like, are you trying to date rape me? And he was like, no, that's not what I'm trying to do. Don't accuse me of that. Don't accuse me of that. And so, it's the whole thing. The whole thing is just annoying. It's just annoying. And like, he was one of those guys like trying to offer me alcohol when I got in the car, and I'm just like, get the fuck out of here, you know? And like, just guys who, it just bothers me. It's a real huge turn off when a guy wants to ask you about alcohol or weed when he first gets to know you, instead of easing that in to the relationship or the situation or whatever. It just bothers me, when guys, they make the beginning stages, you got to be intoxicated right when we start to hang out. Like, don't you want me to see you clearly, like, when we first meet each other? Like, why do you want me to be intoxicated? Like, well, I know why, because you're a dog and you want to try to take advantage of me, and the only way that you can do that is if you get me drunk. Unless I was an easy girl, which we talked on the phone for several hours, so he could tell that I wasn't an easy girl. So I guess he figured, well, the only way I can get her is if she gets drunk, But men just get on my nerves. Like, not even men. Let me stop saying men, because these are not men, they're boys. Okay, he was a few years younger than me, so yeah, he was a boy. Um, because a real man would know when a real woman is in his presence, you know. So like, the whole thing is just annoying, and it just make you not want to even try to date. Like, so many times, you hang out with guys or you go on dates, and guys just automatically assume that you're supposed to just give them sex. But they didn't even do anything. They didn't take you out on a date. They didn't pay for your dinner. They didn't do anything for you, and they expect that you're supposed to have sex with them. And even though the guy did pay for my movie ticket and he paid for my dinner, that's still not enough for me to open my legs to you. Like, who are you? It's just, I don't really get it, and I don't really understand this generation, with people just sleeping around and It's just the norm, and I'm not that type of person. And people try to make me out to be like, they try to make me be that type of person. Go get some dick, go get some dick, and it's not easy for me. I can't just go get dick. Like, I can't just. I have to care about the person. I have to get to know the person before I can just, open my legs to him. Like, that's just weird to me, and it's kind of disgusting to open your legs to somebody that is a complete total stranger. And it's just, for me, like, I tried to do that because I was trying to be like everybody else, even though I knew that that wasn't who I was, and I knew that I had really high standards and I have morals, um, and have respect for my body. And I tried to do that, and then after I did it, I just felt like trash. I felt so bad. Like, why did I do this? Like, this is not me. I was trying to be something that I wasn't, and then I ended up feeling really stupid. Like, I felt really, really stupid, and that really brought my self-esteem down. So, I could talk about this all day. How, you know, the guys in this generation, all of a sudden, just respect for women just went out of style. And all of a sudden, it's just about calling women bitches and hoes, and they're not girls or women, they're dogs, they're female dogs, they're just bodies for us to take advantage of, bodies for us to be sexual with when we're in the mood. These are not beings with brains and feelings and emotions and goals in life. And that, to me, is just, it's really aggravating, and it's bothering. It's just really bothersome, and it makes us women not want to date. It makes us not even want to try it. And so the good women, we be taking ourselves off the market because we feel like that we don't want to be out there being, what's the word, we don't want to be vulnerable. We don't want to be just out there for all the dusty dudes to see, you know what I mean? We don't want to be out there for all the wrong guys to see. So we kind of just are more reserved. For me, I'm very reserved, and it's hard to get into a relationship with me just because I have high standards. And I just feel like a lot of guys waste your time. They come into your life and they try to order you around and tell you what to do with your space, and they try to invade in your space and tell you how to be, and all this type of stuff. And I just feel like that there's not many guys in this generation, not many millennial guys that are worth it. Not many millennial guys that are worth you sacrificing your space and your time for them. Okay, so I don't really like making my videos too long, so I'm gonna go ahead and end this video. I probably will touch up on this subject more in the future, just because it's just an issue that really aggravates me, and it's a huge part of the reason why I'm always single, is because I go on dates with guys and I hang out with guys and I'm intimate with guys, and then they all are disappointing because they all just act like sex is the only thing that matters. And they're not only destroying you, they're destroying themselves too. You sleeping with a girl that you don't know. Like, I don't know. I don't know. Men are different than women, so I really don't know. But anyways, like, comment, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I hope that you all enjoyed this little girl talk thing. I'll make many more of these because I really like talking about this topic. So like, comment, share, and subscribe, y'all. Bye bye.